Now today we're going to be looking at the David Blaine Rose Gold Gatorback Playing Cards. Now this deck is going to be extremely beautiful. It's a David Blaine deck, which is one of the most world-renowned, most famous magicians ever, especially for street magic. So, if you want to see the deck he created, you have to subscribe to the channel, ring the bell so you get notified, and give this video a thumbs up because I do sleight of hand tutorials, I do card tricks, deck reviews, giveaways. Actually, I'm running a giveaway right now, so if you want to enter that giveaway, you can check that out right up there and down in the description. I'm giving away some big boy playing cards, big boy number 2s, so it's extremely easy to enter. You have to subscribe, ring the bell, like the video, and comment on the video. And you can get extra entries for commenting on more videos. It's extremely easy to win playing cards for free. So go and check that out. And another fun thing is I just got a new card mat. Yee. So just got a new card mat, and now my deck reviews will be even better for you guys. So if you want to check this out, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on any of this crazy content. And let's get into it right now. Alright, now of course these are the rose gold Gatorbacks from David Blaine. So the front of it just is basically going to be the back design of the cards, just a little bit of a hint as to what it's going to be, with tons of embossing on this, which is a really cool feel. I loved embossed tucks. It is a lot more of a high quality stock than what something like my last deck review of David Blaine's deck was. So this is a lot more of a high quality stock, which I love. You also have an all black with the only gold being the top right Gator with his daughter on the back. And at the bottom it does say Gatorbacks Playing Cards. And it's easily reflective, which is really cool. Now on this side, you have to flip it up both ways. Yeah. So this one says the United States Playing Card Company, and this one says DB Productions, and then of course you have to flip it like I just said for it to say Mark Stutzman. Now the bottom of it is just split spades, add copy, and the top says Gatorbacks. Now the inside tuck flap has the David Blaine split spades logo and says made in the USA. And then on the inside you have a little bit more gold embossing. I'm not quite sure what that is. You can't really... If you can tell what that is, let me know, because that's just kind of strange and I'm not quite sure what it is. Also on the inside tuck flaps you have an 8 of spades reveal, which is great for magicians. So besides that, that's really all we can say for the cards. We set that off to the side. No, clearly that's just the back design, so I didn't really need to say much about that. But even just when I took this out of the box, you can easily tell this is extremely reflective. This is one of the most reflective decks that I own. I mean, seriously, look at that. That's ridiculous. It's done in a really cool rose gold finish with a white border. Now I can't really tell how thick this white border is because it's not quite centered. Let's check this one out. So that's more, it's about a medium border. Yeah. And another great thing is how the cards, what order they come in, so I'll get into that in a second. The other thing is, this is a non-marked David Blaine deck, which is sad for me. I love David Blaine's marked decks. It took me 3 hours to figure out the markings on the Skull and Bone Private Reserve, and it was just super fun for me to figure out and then use. So I was kind of waiting to see what this one was going to be, and then, well, it's not marked. So that was just kind of sad. But let's get into the order of these, and then I'll go through every card individually. There we go. So as you can see, it's not in a standard order. You're going to see that it is in mnemonic stack, which if you don't know what that is, at some point I'm going to be dropping a video on both how to memorize it and different ways to use it. But it does come in a mnemonic stack, which is fantastic. Now the individual playing cards themselves, you do have this card of David Blaine basically wrangling a gator underwater. Then you have one of his daughter on top of a gator with a leash. Neither of these have reveals in it, which is sad. Then you have the Ace of Spades, which is the same for all the Gatorbacks, with an alligator coming out of the water to get a bird. It says Gatorbacks number 127. These have a little bit more of a pinkish colored to them, with the reds do. and then your blacks are black, all USPCC standard. Your Queen of Spades does have an Ace of Hearts reveal, which is fun. Gotta love that. And then all of your court cards faces are going to be redrawn for people that he knows. Now, some of them are new, and then some of them you're going to recognize from other David Blaine decks, like, of course, David Blaine himself as the King of Spades. He has some of his friends and his family on some of the other playing cards. So that's really all there is for that. And then the other two, we have a David Blaine logo, just the split spades logo. And then you have his daughter holding a baby alligator with an umbrella. So none of those really have any reveals, which is always kind of sad as a magician. I love cards with reveals, so excluding the Queen of Spades, none of the Jokers or anything do. So the stock of this is really, really nice. I love the stock. It's definitely, like, the last deck of David Blaine deck that I reviewed was so thick I could hardly spring it. And these spring like butter, honestly. Like, they are just they're so easy to spring. You definitely have to break them in. This is not a deck that comes broken in at all. But once you break it in, it just feels so good. Like, even just when fanning, when you first get this deck, it will be a little bit clumpy. So you have been warned, but once you break it in, that just looks so good. So it's, honestly, I'd compare it to something like a B, like a crushed B stock would be the closest thing I'd say. Fairing, wow, I'm really hoping that was me, because I don't want these cards to not be able to Pharaoh. Okay, yeah, that was just me the first time. Sweet. I was going to be really scared, because if a David Blaine deck couldn't Pharaoh, that would really make me sad on so many levels. Either way, so let's get a giant fan in here. Sorry, I'm a little bit shaky because I just got done playing basketball. But there's your giant fan. Your Pharaoh fan. Then we have from bottom to top. Oh yeah, bottom to top works much better. Let's go with a little bit of a cascade. That looks beautiful. Now, who do I think this is actually really meant for? Clearly, the working magician, like, that you are going to love this deck. If you are a magician, this deck is for you, 100%. It handles like a magician would want it to handle. It has standard and just like industry standard everything, but it's a little bit more high class, like you'd want. You can, like, seriously, that just handles beautifully. It has a little bit of gloss when you're doing your different sleights. They're all going to look extremely smooth because just the deck just looks amazing. So everything in here is just going to look great for a working magician. It comes in Mnemonic stack. It has a reveal from David Blaine, who's a world-renowned magician. So if you are a magician, I would get this deck. If you are a cardist, I could see that working. Let me know if you are a cardist, because I'm just not one, so I can't say a ton for cardists. But if you are a cardist, let me know if you think this would work for you, just because I'm not one. But I would say if I would do cardistry with this deck, just because of the glossiness and because the border and how thin it is, like, well, how not thick it is compared to the other one, and then how the split spades could rotate. And then alongside that, clearly collectors and gameplay, this would work well. Except for gameplay, you might want to not use these because, well, this would be a really kind of expensive deck to kind of play games with, and then if you might mess them up, that would be really sad. So that's what I think of the David Blaine Split Spades Rose Gold playing cards. If you do want to get them, I'll leave a link down in the description on how you can get them, and if you use the rare playing cards link, you can get 15% off your order. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. If you have not subscribed already, please do. This is Card Perfect, signing off.